morning, everyone. Good evening and good afternoon to viewers from all walks of life. This is Denzomos, and you're welcome to the channel of truth, enlightenment, freedom, and the channel of breaking empath free. If you are new, on this channel I talk about narcissism and narcissistic abuse. I talk about spirituality and I talk about personal and self-development. And if any of that resonates with you, I invite you guys to join us, give us a like, share the video with friends, and you may subscribe if you haven't already. And for those that have always been with us, you are welcome back, and I thank you for your love and support. If you have been a black sheep, it is very important to know your healing is going to start by understanding what exactly went wrong. If you're looking for healing in whichever situation it is, first of all, you have got to find out where was the wound. Now, when you find that wound, that's exactly what you deal with for you to have a full recovery of whichever condition you are in at that moment. Now, if you have been a black sheep in the family, you have definitely been dealing with the dysfunctional family. So the dysfunctional family has got out of secrets. If your father has been the narcissist, they've been hiding something from you. If your mother has been the narcissist, they have been hiding something from you. You might have asked yourself a question: why have always things been working out to be very difficult for you? Why has always your life been the hardest in the entire family? Why have you experienced the most difficult challenges within the unit? Other family members were doing their thing, they went on with their lives, nothing was happening to them. But you as an individual in the whole entire family, you're the one who has been struggling, whether it has been with jobs, whether it has been with your own family life, whether it has been with the relationships. You have always had the hardest. But on the other hand, family members have been thriving, they've been doing their own thing, nothing was happening, everything was going okay for them. But you as an individual, things have been going very bad your way. Now, narcissists, it's very important to understand the narcissists, especially these individuals who are involved with the toxic family units. We're talking about those narcissistic parents at the top. Those individuals, the reason why you're seeing your life has been going west and things haven't been working out for you, it is because your parents have chosen you as a sacrificial lamb. The parents of that family, they have already infected the whole entire family unit with these patterns and with these cycles. So you could have been seeing family members dropping dead. You could have been seeing family members suffering different kinds of diseases. You could have been some family members struggling with their relationships. Maybe sometimes their businesses are collapsing. They have been struggling each and every single day. I will tell you something. Behind closed doors, there is something spiritual that is happening in that family that you do not or you didn't know in that time. A lot of narcissists, they are involved with witchcraft. It does not matter if it has been your parent, the narcissistic parent, or if it has been your relationship partner. A lot of these individuals, they're involved with witchcraft, and many of them, they're involved with black magic and voodoo and all these very dark practices towards other individuals. When you were born, I've told you black sheep, you are the chosen one. So you were born with a star. The very moment you popped out of your mother's womb, whichever parent was responsible for that pattern, because I've told you this family is running generational cycles. There is generational karma happening in that family. So there is things that are picked up and they have adopted from previous ancestors. When you come into that family as a chosen one, as a black sheep, your parents, they will identify that star. And immediately you pop out of your mother's womb, those particular individuals, they're going to go to work. Now, of course, in the early ages of, the early childhood, maybe you were 3, you were 4, you were 5, those parents of yours, they have already seen that you're different. They have already figured out that you're different from the rest. They have already seen there is something that's within you that is actually becoming a problem for the entire family. When they see that light, the light that's within you, and most of the time they're going to see that light from the very moment you were a child. They're going to see that special thing that you've got within, that energy that you've got within. Your energy is always going to be different. So the moment they see that, they'll go to work. Remember, guys, for these cycles to keep on going on and on, because I've told you these are cycles that are keeping on, that carry on infecting different members of the family. They will carry on from generations to generations. So the parent has passed on these cycles to the members of the family. In this case, most of the times you will see you're also involved with a lot of narcissistic members in that family. The narcissism has already been spread on from the family, from the narcissistic parent at the top to other family members. But you, as a black sheep, you have failed and you have refused to carry on these cycles. So what happens is that now your parents, they wanted to find out in that time what was this thing about you they couldn't understand. So most of the times they have decided to visit practitioners. They might have gone to wizards, they might have gone to different kinds of witches. They want to find out what is the thing about you that they don't really understand. And most likely those individuals, they have been told you're the chosen one. So they have already been told you have got a star. It is from that moment when they are going to decide to kill your light. So they will do a lot of different kinds of things. They will do a lot of different kinds of things towards your life. Black magic. They will do a lot of stuff because they have got to make sure that star has got to be dimmed. So your star as a child, it has been dimmed from a young age. You may have been asking yourself a question as to why, as you were a young kid, you are evolving. You found yourself you are being punished. There's things that are going on in the family. Your father started picking up on you, your mother was picking up on you, your family members were abusing you, sometimes physically, maybe emotionally, even worst case scenarios, sexually. So there's been things that have been going on and you've been wondering what exactly is the problem. You do not understand why people treat you differently in that entire family unit. The narcissistic parent at the top has made a sacrifice. For the family to function effectively, without interruption and without disruption, a person in the family has got to be sacrificed. And in most cases, it is the child with the light that is sacrificed. So we're talking about the sacrificial lamb. And they have done this on purpose. A lot of times, it will be very difficult to explain this to people because there's many people in the family, they will never believe you. If you tell them there's things that have happened at an early age, at your childhood, or there's things that those parents have done, there is members of that family, actually, even most case scenarios, they are going to gang up on you because they will think, usually, you're the one who was brought or who was trying to bring a lot of confusion in that family. So none of those family members will believe you. Your life will carry on with pain, with suffering. In most cases, a lot of black sheep. You might even sometimes have attempted, have had cases whereby your own life, they have tried to take your own life. You've been sometimes involved in accidents. Even sometimes you've been experiencing near-death experiences. You have actually seen your deathbed in some case scenarios. Have you asked yourself a question as to why normally when the black sheep leaves those entire units, have you asked yourself a question as to why the family starts scrambling to the ground? In that entire unit, they are dealing with the dysfunction. And a lot of them, they do not want to look at themselves in the mirror. They do not want to see where the problem is. They are not even ready to heal. So it is easier for them whenever something is going on in their lives, things are not going well, this and this, because we're already talking about the dysfunction here. So when things are not going well with them, what they do, it is easier for them to dump this garbage onto another individual. And most of the cases they know, when they dump on these things to you, they're going to feel better about themselves. They're going to feel better about their own lives. You know what I mean? So it makes them feel relief. It's like a very big relief. Things are going on in their lives. They'll come around, they will identify you, and they will start dumping a lot of garbage towards your way because it makes them feel better because now they do not have to deal with their own demons. They're not ready to heal. They know something is wrong. Most of the time, they want to hide it under the sheets, but they're not ready to deal with that because there is somebody in that family who has been taking on that emotional pain of the entire unit. And in this case, we're talking about the black sheep. It is the reason as to why the moment you decide to extract yourself out of that unit, you're going to see things that are going to happen. The family will crumble. They're going to start fighting each other. They're going to start abusing each other. They're going to they may even try sometimes to kill each other. And in most case scenarios, because of that thing, what is happening, it's because you have disrupted the cycle. You extracting yourself out of the unit, you have disrupted the cycle, and now the family is not functioning properly without you as a black sheep. It's the reason of the fights, the conflicts, the crumbling. The entire foundation of that family is going to shake. What the narcissistic parent does now, they run very quickly because they already know these parents have been hiding a secret. I've told you guys, I've shared the video and I've told you guys there is a secret that those parents have that they're not ready to share until their last day on life, their last day on earth. They have been hiding a secret from the very beginning, and they've been hiding a secret from you. Not only you, they have also been hiding a secret from other family members, and nobody was able to see this. But you, as a black sheep, you are the one who has been seeing things that you were not supposed to see. God has given you the eyes to identify these cycles that have been going on secretly and spiritually within the family. You're the one who has spoken about them. You might have asked your parent, why all of a sudden did so and so pass on? Why all of a sudden are people dying in the family? Why are they having different kinds of diseases? What is happening? Why is everybody having setbacks? You have been able to see these things because God has given you the eyes. It has been your purpose within that unit to identify these cycles and to be able to tell everybody what is happening. So in this case, the black sheep is the truth teller. And normally, as a young boy or as a young girl, you've been seeing the truth. It is because of your truth that you've always been punished. It is because of your truth that you've always been silenced. It is the reason why none of your family members ever wanted you to speak. Because whenever you wanted to speak something or to say something, they knew you were going to talk about the truth. And that truth was going to hit them at the right spot. So they preferred that you stay quiet. But whenever there was things going wrong in the family, they were able to come around and dump along their garbage towards your way. So when a black sheep extracts themselves out of the unit, they have disrupted an entire cycle within the family. And because of that disruption, it is what is causing the chaos back then in the entire family unit. So it is what is bringing around all this chaos that is happening around it. So do not worry. Do not ask yourself questions as to why your brothers are fighting against themselves, sisters are fighting against themselves. There is a missing link. The energy, the batteries have been unplugged from the entire unit. The battery, the main source of supply, the battery, who is the black sheep, you have unplugged from that unit. So they do not know what to do with themselves. The things they used to do before, the garbage they used to throw your way, now you're not there. They do not know where to put their garbage and where to dump their garbage. So what they do now, they start to feed off of each other and they start to hit at each other. So you see, most of the times, parents, those narcissistic parents, what they will do, they will run very, very quickly. And guys, I'm talking about this situation. I'm talking about a matter of life and death. If the parent does not replace you immediately, if the parent does not take the responsibility of replacing you as soon as they can, those parents are going to fall face flat on the ground. In worst case scenarios, those things are coming back to hit at them. Whatever has been going on in that family, you have broken the cycle. If they do not replace you as soon as possible, those parents are going to land face flat on the ground. In most case scenarios, you're going to see them having a lot of different kinds of sicknesses. They're going to be bedridden. They're going to have a lot of problems with their lives. A lot of their business are going to crumble because you have unplugged your energy source and you've unplugged the cables and you've disconnected the battery. So they do not know where to get their energy. They do not know how to divert their attention, and they do not know how to face their demons. Because now there's a lot of questions being asked within the entire family unit. What is exactly is going on? Why did this person leave, and why did this person leave? Why did this person leave the family? Why did these people extract themselves from the unit? They do not have the answers for that because they are keeping a secret. A lot of these family members, they know who you are. Some of them know who you are. They may not really know the whole picture, have the whole picture in their heads, but the person that knows who you are is the narcissistic parent at the top. They are going to run very quickly and replace you. They have to do this, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to look back. If a person who has left a narcissistic family unit behind, I want you to look back and you're going to see the narcissistic parent has crumbled very, very quickly to bring another source of supply in the unit. There is no dysfunctional family that operates properly without a scapegoat. In that dysfunctional family, when there is missing a scapegoat, there's people who are going to kill each other in that unit. Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. If a black sheep or a scapegoat is missing in an entire dysfunctional family unit, there is people who are going to kill each other. The only thing that brings balance in that family, the only way to bring back balance is by bringing somebody and putting them in that position of the scapegoat. Now they have got to have a new scapegoat. It is the only way they can be able to run away from their problems. It's the only way they are able not to look at themselves in the mirror and not to see their problems for what they are. Because there is somebody, there is a punching bag they have been placed in that family so that now everybody can start projecting a lot of negativity towards your way. I want to let you guys know something very important, Black Sheep. You may not have really known this before, but you've been chosen to break these cycles. When you're going to break generational trauma and cycles, you're going to break them out of the unit. You're not going to break these cycles within the unit. You're going to break them out of the unit. But I can guarantee you this: for the longest period of time, for as long as you've lived, you have been the sacrificial lamb. So there is things, spiritual patterns that have been feeding off of your energy, even without you knowing it. So being a sacrificial lamb is like a punishment, because at the end of the day, they know this person is a chosen one. They know this person has got a light. They know this person is the empath. And with you being in that unit, they know that you're going to disrupt the entire cycle of whatever has been going on in that unit. So they know that you're there to intercept cycles. On a spiritual level, these things I'm talking about on a spiritual level, they may not be things you will understand on a physical perspective, on a physical plane. Spiritually, they know your role and they know your power. It is the reason why they are beating you down, just to bring you down to their level and to their vibration. There is things that are unexplainable for some individuals. When you tell people the things that have been going through as a black sheep in those families, there's people who are not going to believe you. People that are going to try to think you're making up stories. People that don't understand what it is that you're going through as a black sheep in those families. You are the sacrificial lamb. They have sacrificed you so that the entire family can survive. For them to be able to thrive, for them to be able to survive, for them to be able to live on and their lives and carry on and on and whatever, and carry on these cycles to future generations, to their children and the children's children, they have got to have somebody in that family who is going to be acting like a trash can. Because now they can continue their lives without being guilty about the things they have done or the things they have said or the way they have behaved. So they have got to have somebody who is a trash can. Whenever those garbages are coming into their lives, into their way, they are dumping that garbage that they have going on. They have got going on within themselves. They are dumping that garbage onto you. So it is a problem why you've been answering questions all these times that you're not supposed to answer. You've been enduring the pain that you're not supposed to endure. The only way you're breaking free as a black sheep, there is things that you're going to see. I've told you guys, there always comes a time of awakening. There always comes a time when you come to that sense of awakening and you really understand what has been going on behind your back. And when you awaken as a black sheep, let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen, everybody will know. The very moment you awaken as a black sheep, that's when you're going to understand which family member really had you back from day one. Because the moment you awaken and snap out of that bubble, everybody will know you have awakened. They won't feel that energy. You start by understanding the truth. When you understand the truth of what has been going on in that unit, you have got to accept it for what it is. If you have seen and you've discovered you had a narcissistic father, you had a narcissistic mother, you have got to come to that awakening and understanding that yes, this is what has been happening. You have got to digest for you to be able to heal, understand the truth for what it is, and accept this truth for what it is. It is the way you're going to start healing as a black sheep. There is things that you're going to see that are going to shock you to the core. You come to that sense of awakening, you're going to see things that you cannot even believe. You are going to start seeing the truth for what it is. Because I've told you guys, the moment your spiritual eyes open, there is things that you will see, and sometimes you're not even ready for them. You're going to see the real mask slip off of your parents' faces, and you're going to see them for the beasts of what they are. If I've done it, you can do it. So this video is basically helping the people. There are a lot of guys who are stuck, they're like, oh, my father is this. I've been seeing videos where people are like, they are keeping on going in and out because, there's that very strong attachment with their families. You know what I mean? They have got that strong codependency situation with their family. So they're thinking, oh, I need to, maybe my father's going through different kinds of problems. I'll go there and save them. I'll try to help them. I'll tell you, ladies and gentlemen, from experience, when you ever return to those families, that is when you're going to see and you're going to realize the reason as to why you should have stayed out of them. They are going to punish you for leaving the family, and they are going to punish you for abandoning the family. They are going to punish you for speaking out, and they are going to punish you for being so brave and standing against abuse. But little do they know that you're the only person that was sent there to help them. So you were sent into that family to bring healing. In the beginning of this video, I've told you, for healing to happen, it doesn't matter if you're a black sheep, if you're a family member, if you're a toxic family member or whatever. If you are a person who is involved in that family, for healing to happen, healing starts by, first of all, acknowledging the truth for what it is and seeing the truth for what it is, opening your eyes and understanding this has been the problem. So that is when you're able to identify the problem. Now you as a black sheep, you are the one who is going to be the truth teller. You walk out of that unit, blow the trumpet. Do not care who is going to say things at you. Do not care what your aunties are going to think. Do not care what your family members are going to think, what your friends are going to think. You have got to go out there and blow the trumpet. And that voice of yours, your opinions, your vibration is going to spread out within other family members. A lot of them will know the truth. They may not be ready for change at that moment, but they're going to see the truth for what it is. And sometime, at some point, they will come to that realization and understanding of the real reasons why you left that unit. There were cycles. There were cycles you were supposed to break. Those cycles have been feeding off of family members. They have been destroying family members. They have been killing family members. We're talking about generational karma. So you have been chosen by your ancestors to bring healing within that unit and to show them the direction of what it is they need to do and which direction they need to go. So as a black sheep, as a chosen one, you've got a role to play, but don't forget, whatever's been going on behind closed doors, whatever you've been seeing in the background noise, the suffering, the pain, the abuse, and all the torture, and everything that has happened along your journey, you've been having these kind of problems because you have been the sacrificial lamb. So your parents, your narcissistic parents, have decided to sacrifice you because they realized with your presence in that unit, it's not going to be able to. It is with your presence in the unit, you are a threat. They have seen you as a threat, they have realized you are the threat, so they already know they have got to bring you down. In most cases, they have got to kill you for the cycle to be able to carry on and on and on and on. You know? So they have tried many times attempted many times to take your life. So let me know what you think about this in this video, in the comment section below, Black Sheep. I want to know what has been your experience. If the things I'm talking about in this video resonate, let us know in the comment section below. And until then, it's been a blessing to have you guys on board. You can always book a session with me, guys, if you want to. You might always donate and support my channel. Everything you need, you'll find it in the description section below. And until then, I'll catch you guys in my next one. Desmos signing out. Peace.